Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the psychometric test for assistant loco pilots. Actually, I have planned a full series dedicated for psychometric test in my channel. This is an introduction class. As you all know, Railway is conducting recruitment for assistant loco pilots and station masters, which is conducted by RRB. Psychometric test is specially designed for assistant loco pilots and station masters. It is also called as CBAT, which means computer based aptitude test. Let us discuss in detail about psychometric test. In olden days, majority of the loco pilots were male candidates only. In fact, female candidates were almost nil. But nowadays, female candidates are also very eager to join in Indian Railways as assistant loco pilots. So that's why I included this picture in the presentation as a motivation for our sisters. First of all, you have to note that psychometric test is not a difficult test. Everybody can do it in a better way. These are the tests used to identify our peculiar skill sets which are already present as an inborn talent. So don't worry about that. Let us discuss in detail. What is psychometric test? It basically tests your cognitive ability, personality and suitability for the assistant loco pilot's role. So what are the tests they are using for this purpose? They are using memory test, following direction test, depth perception test, concentration test and perpetual speed test. What they are saying is if you are good at these tests, you will be definitely doing well in your job. That's for sure. Alright, so what is this test about? As you all know, loco pilot's duty is very prestigious and at the same time responsible also. Because loco pilot is responsible for the lives of 2000 to 3000 passengers and loco pilot is responsible for goods commodities worth lakhs of rupees. So some skill sets are required to be possessed by loco pilots. So what is this test battery consist of? It consists of memory test, following direction test, depth perception test, concentration test and finally perpetual speed test. We can discuss in detail about these tests. Before that, let us discuss about how do marks are calculated in psychometric test and how do these marks are affected in final merit list, right? How do we qualify in psychometric test or computer based aptitude test, that is CBAT? So you have to score a minimum T-score of 42 in each test batteries. So what is this T-score all about? Somebody has an assumption that T-score and a percentage of marks are same, but it is not true. T-score is a different one which depends on other candidates' performances also. I will make a detailed video about T-score later. So you have to score a minimum T-score of 42 irrespective of the communities. Totally you are expected to have 5 to 6 test batteries. In each test battery you are supposed to score above 42 in terms of T-score, right? Normally T-score lies between 20 to 80. Here no negative marking is available. So it is the big advantage. The final merit list will be prepared based on this score also, which means 70% weightage will be given for marks obtained in Part A of CBT2 and 30% weightage will be given for score obtained in psychometric test, which means if you are not qualified in psychometric test, then you will not be considered for final merit list, even though you have secured 100 marks in Part A of CBT2. So please keep in mind. Let us discuss about various tests. First of all, we can look at what is this memory test all about. It is of different types. We can discuss one by one. Actually, psychometric test is explained briefly in the website of RRB Bhopal. We can also go through that if needed. Right, coming back to our memory test. This is type 1 test. You have to remember this picture, which means here 3 types of buildings are given which are located at 3 different locations. So what you have to remember is which type of building is located in which location. Actually this is very simple picture. In fact in actual exam you can get a little bit complex one, but students don't worry, you can also do it as well. Here you will be given a few minutes, like a 2 minutes. You are supposed to remember this picture in a way that I explained previously. After that, the picture will be vanished automatically. So pause the video and try to remember this picture. I can give you say 30 seconds. Again you play the video and answer the following questions. I hope you remember the picture very well. So now you can match the given buildings with their corresponding locations. The first one belongs to A. The second one belongs to C. And finally the third one belongs to B, right? I hope you understand the concept of answering. So let us go to next exercise. This one is a little bit complex. Anyway, let us give a try. So try to remember as many structures and their corresponding locations as you can. Use some tricks to remember the buildings and their corresponding locations. First of all, you have to understand that you cannot remember the entire picture accurately, but you can remember 10 to 15 pictures correctly out of these 20 pictures. For example, you see this picture. You can divide the building into 3 segments, say 1, 2 and 3. Also you can see that these 3 boxes which are similar to the 3 segments of the building, say 1, 2 and 3. I am just correlating the structure of the building to the 3 boxes given for the purpose of remembering, right? Another example, you take this picture. You can associate this structure to a pyramid which is located inside a pentagon-like structure. So for the time being, you can remember that a pyramid is located inside a pentagon. Alright, also you can make some sort of stories which may be illogical for the purpose of remembering for the time being only. Take this picture. This building looks like a parliament and this building looks like a Lord Shiva temple. So if I am in your position, I will make a story that there was a member of parliament whose name is Shiva. Just like that, you can make stories on your own. So pause the video, try to remember the picture for 2 minutes, again play the video and try to match the pictures. I hope you have remembered the picture. Let us go to the questions. The first one belongs to which location? Right, A. Second one belongs to E. Third one belongs to A. Fourth one belongs to C. And fifth one belongs to B. Now pause the video. You can cross check your answers by your own. This is one type of memory questions. Now let us move to another type. Alright, as you can see that each picture is associated with an unique number. You have to remember this relation within stipulated time, say for 1 minute here. Then we have to reproduce it. As a trick to remember, I can say that I have completed my plus 2 at the age of 17, so that I can relate this picture of book with number 17. Then I have bought grapes for rupees 28. Like that, you can make your own ideas for these associations for the time being only. So pause the video and try to remember the pictures and their corresponding numbers. Okay? Yeah, let us match the figures with the numbers. First one belongs to B. Second one belongs to B. Third one belongs to A. Fourth one belongs to C. Right? Fifth one belongs to D. And finally, sixth one belongs to C. Let us move to another practice questions. Here it is. So pause the video for 2 minutes and try to remember pictures and their corresponding numbers. Now you can find the answers by your own. So we can discuss the remaining test and the practice question in upcoming videos. Please do subscribe my channel if it is useful for you. Thank you.